Ah. Mom. How are you?
I'm good.
You look fabulous, Benjamin Stone Rimalower.
Oh, thank you, Daniel Nolen.
What have you been up to?
I was at a wedding. I went to my friend Aaron Mark's wedding. Aaron Mark and Abby Weston. They got married in Mystic, Connecticut at the aquarium.
Oh, fun.
Leslie Kritzer and I were both going, and she had texted me like a month ago, and she was like, "Are you going?" I said, "Yeah." And she goes, and she's like, "The aquarium," and I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "They're exchanging their vows in front of the beluga tank," and I was like, "Leslie, this is." I mean, I laughed, but I was like, "It's this typical Leslie, like like borscht belt." But she wasn't kidding. They got married in front of the beluga tank. Like they are saying this moment, and these giant white things are swimming behind them, like.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It was actually
Richard J. Hello.
Hi, Richard J. I miss you. Richard, I was talking about you because Ann Nathan and I were sitting together, and she is BFFs with Kristen Chenoweth, and you were with Kristen at what is it called? Dollywood. What's it?
His photo. I just went down a Kristen wormhole on YouTube last night.
Oh, what'd you watch? Yeah.
Hi, Joey. Hi, Caroline.
Caroline.
That is Kristen Chenoweth's Broadway boot camp.
Ooh, so good.
Hello. Ooh, beans.
Beans. Yes, she said that. She loves you too. And Richard, you know who else? Now I'm just talking to Richard. I was also hanging out with Kristen's agent, Ross. He's Aaron's agent too. Yes, and she said that too. We had a whole Richard J party. Anyway.
I love it. Hello, Isidro. And I'm sorry I missed. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Larry. Well, once again, it is a beautiful, beautiful day. One of those days where the weather app has the rainy cloud on the app, but then it only happens for like an hour. So it's going to be a beautiful day.
And a little rain relieves some of the humidity.
Yeah. And rain will make the flowers grow.
Speaking of Les Miserables.
Speaking of Les Miserables. How does Joan Rivers say it?
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Patty is going to be in Les Miserables on Broadway. What? Oh, no? Oh, well, who cares about Randy Graff? We hate her.
And live from New York, it's Tuesday morning.
Autumn, winter, next year.
Time heals everything. It's a song. And time heals everything.
I don't want to shit talk Randy Graff. I love me some Randy Graff. That the sentence, that moment ended on the Joan Rivers show, The Late Show, Joan's short-lived talk show from the 80s, with Patty going, well, it's gone to a very talented actress, Randy Graff. She must be good because she won the role. That's when Patty was still doing her, like, I'm just a Broadway ingenue.
Just her diplomacy.
Yeah. I guess next to Joan Rivers, we're all ingenues.
Ain't it the truth? Yes, it sure is. Hello, Christian Ty Edwards.
Christian, I never met a Christian I didn't like.
Christian Ty Edwards. That is a musical theater name if I've ever heard one.
True that. I mean, you don't know him, right?
Christian Ty Edwards?
Yeah.
No.
Neither do I. So let's guess, and then Christian, you'll tell us if we're right. We'll guess what show he's in or was in.
I feel like he's been a Bach or a Fierro or something.
God, I can't do better than that. I think Jen and I are on the same page on this one.
I mean, Christian Ty Edwards is a Wicked, or just a chorus man in Wicked, maybe. But
I feel very chorus Fierro cover.
Yeah, Fierro cover. Yeah, Little Fall of Rain. Oh, I hope you're talking about our show.
As opposed to Les Miserables.
It's just like, oh, I love this show. Gotta love Les Mis. I got both my bandage from an accident at school today. So lying here and feeling Norma Desmond, I pressed send before I finished typing. Oh my goodness, Caroline. I hope it wasn't a showgirls situation where someone pushed you down.
Oh my. Wicked ribbon then.
Thank you.
It over the refreshment stand.
Wicked ribbon dancer. Okay, this is our blurb for advertising for our.
Yeah. Oh my God. Save it. Screen grab someone.
Screen grab it. Someone can't do it.
Zachary Jordan, I didn't tweet back at you because I had to put my phone attached to my computer to be my camera for my Norma Desmond moment right now.
Yes.
But I have on my phone an open tab of the question you asked me about who to vote for borough president.
Oh yeah, you can tell me too.
I'll tell you too. You know, I mean, it doesn't tell you who, it tells you who lines up with your belief system. But I still believe Maya Wiley should be mayor for everybody's beliefs.
She is my, I do know she is my first choice. I do know that much.
I'm so happy because she's kind of like the Elizabeth Warren of the New York City mayoral race, except like the Bernie Sanders and the, who was like the third most progressive in the presidential race? Like,
oh God, I can't remember who all was running now.
like one of those governors that was super environmental or something. Like
Tulsi.
Yeah, Tulsi. It's like if Tulsi and Bernie dropped out and both, and then not dropped out, but had scandals or whatever. So then all those people came together behind Liz Warren, i.e. Maya Wiley, endorsed by AOC. Let's go.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we love an AOC endorsement.
Yeah.
Love it. Mark Cohen from Rent is a dream role.
That's something a Fierro would say, though, Christian Ty.
Yeah, I mean, all Fieros think that they're a Mark, but they're really not.
They're such Roger/Memes.
Thank you, Richard. Oh, I'm so sorry, Caroline. Get well soon.
Everything but the That's having. Oh my, I was gonna make a joke, but now I have to.
You can't. Planning to vote early tomorrow. Is tomorrow actually election day, or I don't even know? I know you can vote.
Fuck me. I better vote today because I am. We can all vote early, right?
Thank you, Beans. The special beans. Maya for mayor.
Yes.
I just need them all to perform a song from Anyone Can Whistle to really know who I want to vote for.
Yeah.
All right, getting through all the comments. Another stream of comments. Let's go to Roses and Daffodils because we have a lot to cover and a lot to review.
Everything's coming up, Mama.
Everything's coming up, Maya.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna make a video that no one will watch.
You could just play it on here, and then at least 18 people would watch it.
Not by the time the song's over.
Okay, so last week was a really big week. It was Losing My Mind, and let's pull up the special election coverage map that you've made us.
I just want to say that yesterday I spoke to my uncle Mitchell, who's a Follies expert, saw the original production 6 times, and he said something about Losing My Mind that I really think resonates, which is that from the very first time he heard it, which was the first time he saw Follies in 1971, unlike the rest of us, he had not heard the song sung in a million cabarets, thank you, and YouTube rabbit holes and all that. And he said from the second the song started, you knew that it was one of the greatest torch songs ever written, and that it had a life, that it was a song you were going to love and remember, and a lot of people were going to sing. And I feel like all of us have had that experience. Whatever the first time you heard Losing My Mind was, whatever gay bar or musical theater showcase or whatever your first time was, you weren't like, oh, it didn't ring some subliminal bell and then 12 times later. It's almost like sometimes Jerry Herman's song, in a way. Yeah. That's why I do it. There's a medley with Timeless Everything. But it just gets right into your bloodstream, don't you feel?
Totally. And I'm like racking my brain right now trying to think of when I first heard it. And I don't even know, but I know, oh God, it's driving me crazy. It's much later than you think. I didn't actually know it. I didn't really even get into Sondheim until probably like 8 years ago. So
in your young life, 8 years is like kind of a long time.
yeah.
I mean, like you didn't even get into sex with men until like 9 years ago.
And well, actually, it might have been the same night, losing my mind and sex. That might have been what was playing.
I'm sorry, I derailed the results.
No, well, I mean, basically, we are all friends of Dorothy this week because she blew the competition out the water.
Out the water. I have to say that I did something weird because I was really worried, not to give too much of my personal feelings pre-pod, but I just wanted to make sure that the OBC was getting its due.
Yes.
And I wanted more people to vote in general. And so I shared the poll, the Instagram poll, on the Facebook group Fans of the Musical Follies.
You Saul Goodman took to the street on this one.
Oh my God, though. Like, it was like a lot of votes, which, by the way, I still had to tally one by one. So I kind of, once you know, it really got into the triple digits, I was like, oh, why did I do this to myself? But it was overwhelmingly for Dorothy Collins.
Yes. Well, we can't be mad at that because Dorothy is the OBC OG, Sally.
Yes, she was.
So sorry. What's her face? Who was the London 2000? Oh, Imelda, of course. I'm so sorry, Imelda.
Imelda, yeah. I mean, you know, a little bit of heroin goes a long way. But Barbara Cook had a respectable second, a distant with Dorothy's landslide win, but still a respectable second place above the close tie between third and fourth between Bernadette and Julia McKenzie, both of whom played the witch.
I mean, I have to say, like, I really do have to give it to these Follies fans for really making very informed, non-shallow choices on this poll, because I think, you know, like I'm still here in the Carol Burnett effect. I thought, you know, Bernadette or Barbara Cook would just sweep it because they're like the most prominent Broadway names, you know, in our minds out of all these women. But obviously Dorothy Collins is, you know, like I said, she's the OG and she's magnificent in this number. So I'm very, very proud of everyone. I
think for Bernadette, like, without saying anything about my personal feelings about her performance of the song, but just she's there. I don't think that Follies revival is considered iconic in the way, you know, Bernadette's Gypsy, and obviously the role of Rose, even though it's a revival and even though many other people have revived it, it still has an iconicness about it, you know, and not to mention the fact that she did Rose's Turn so well on the Tony Awards. And it's, you know, Losing My Mind, Bernadette, or Buddy's Eyes, it somehow, even aside from whether she's the best or the worst Sally, it's like the field is crowded or something. And somehow I feel like it doesn't, it almost feels like random that she was in Follies.
Yeah, I agree with that. It does feel a little random. I always forget it, actually.
Yeah.
Someone who has not been in Follies, but who would be magnificent in maybe not any role, but many roles in the show is the subject of our appreciation station today, who it feels weird not having a guest, doesn't it? I keep reminding myself to like let them in from the green room, and there's actually no one here. It's just us.
It's like Elijah on Passover.
Sure. Speak someone else who is biblical in our minds is PLP, who we will, well, let me play the intro. Appreciation Station.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And what do you know? She's actually just the audio for that intro too. Okay, you sent me this, and I did.
Comments are exploding here, by the way. On people are still talking about Follies.
Oh yes, I love. Yes, yeah. I do like that wig.
I like the rose backdrop. I did not know that about Maria Friedman. That's interesting. I do remember. Was it Vanessa Williams or Kim Cattrall or both who had been mentioned as possible Phyllis's before Follies started at the Kennedy Center?
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that was like they were in talks or it was just like they emailed their agent and the agent was like hard pass, you know, but I just remember that their names had been bandied somewhere. Maybe.
Oh my God. I would love to see Kim Cattrall bandied.
Oh, she dropped out. Okay. Well, that's very far down the.
Well, it seems like something she would do.
Oh!
Listen, I am totally Team Kim on this whole Sex and the City stuff. I've been having a lot of dreams about Kim lately. I think it's because there's all this Sex and the City movie talk, and it's weird because Kim's not in it, and Samantha's not even in it. But if we know something about Kim, it's that she's not afraid to drop out. Or just, I guess.
She's a little afraid. She certainly waited 20 years.
What?
She's a little afraid. She waited 20 years and 3 sequels.
Well, and to be fair, she never actually signed on to this one. So she never actually dropped out. And I want to say, just to set the record straight, like I said, I love Kim Cattrall and I respect her so much. And just anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure most of our educated, informed listeners know this, but Kim Cattrall didn't drop out of this movie. What had happened was she said, like, I'm only going to make another movie or TV series or whatever in the Sex and the City universe if you guys agree to give me like a 3-picture deal or whatever, and like I make so much money for you on these movies, and like, you know, I'm a woman of a certain age, like I need to like wheel and deal, you know, and get something out of this if I'm going to agree to this. And they turned her down. They wouldn't give her any other projects. And so that's why she won't do it. So I respect that, you know? Anyway, someone else who like, I'm sure likes to wheel and deal. Patty.
Let me just set this up. Say that Daniel and we saw the fabulous, what do you call it? Farrah Alvin's fabulous show at Union 42. Friday,
yeah. Oh wow.
We had a fun night. I was out late.
Hey, we went out on the town.
We got home what, 2:00, 2:30?
I got home at 3 because I walked home from the Rosemont. So like I got home at like late.
Yeah, late. And I ain't used to that. I mean, I don't even drink, and I felt like ass the whole day. But anyway, one of the things that we discussed with our friend Matthew O'Brien was Patti LuPone in Oliver, in the flop revival of Oliver in 1984.
Yes, that's when I was listening to a discussion about that. I was like, why does this sound familiar?
Well, so Daniel hadn't seen, I guess, the clips, and Maddie was really pissed off. Maddie and Patty were both pissed about the staging where she had to walk backwards up a staircase at the end of As Long as He Needs Me. And then Maddie was saying that he likes better the reprise of As Long as He Needs Me, and where she does the modulation and she doesn't have to walk backwards up a staircase. And I was saying of the 3 songs that Ken Mandelbaum, can we cut that? That are posted. Nobody's watching.
I'll edit it out.
On the internets, that I prefer her singing It's a Fine Life. I mean, of course I love her As Long as He Needs Me, but I just love It's a Fine Life. And I think Seth Rudetsky agrees with me. He always makes her sing that when they do those Mark Cortali concerts in London and Provincetown and stuff. It's just, for some reason, I'm really in love with her singing it. Anyway, we were talking about it, and Daniel said he'd never seen it. So I went to go excerpt the clips of As Long as He Needs Me for Daniel, But I realized they weren't as good quality as I had hoped. And there are so many fabulous videos of Patty singing As Long As He Needs Me that I could do. And I remembered that the one that I really, really love the best is from what I think is Patty's best concert on video, which is her 1994 concert in Nantucket with John McDaniel at the piano, which is piano only. It's sort of a version of her Patti LuPone Live, later Patti LuPone on Broadway set, with a few changes, including her singing Not a Day Goes By, reading from the sheet music as a final encore. And she's an incredible voice and very, what's the psychological term my sister would say, emotionally labile. And it's a good quality video. And the whole concert is on YouTube. And you should absolutely watch it. It also has my favorite Meadowlark. And one of my favorites, if not my favorite, is If We Never Said Goodbye. It's so many great things. But the As Long As He Needs Me is really incredible. So this is the little final moment of that song for y'all.
Here we go.
I hope I didn't cut off her head.
Live from Nantucket.
I miss him so much when he's gone, but when he's near me, I don't inside the love I have to hide. The hell I got my pride. I thought as he leaves me, he doesn't say the things he should. He acts the way he should. But all the same old thing, they get his way as long as he. I know where I must be. I cling on steadfastly as long as he needs me. As long as life is long, I'll look at right or wrong, and somehow I'll be strong as long as he needs me. If you are lonely, then you will know. When someone needs you, you always
Little Dorothy Loudon hair flip.
Well, I was gonna say it's like she went from like Pavarotti to like a little Liza. Holy shit.
Beans liked it.
Beans. I mean, that was some special beans. Wow.
Right?
I mean, she just opens that trap and just lets it fly. I mean, how thrilling. Wow.
She's just really like feeling it, that whole song. I feel like she's like really telling the story, but she's also really like in her body and her voice.
It's very grounded.
Yeah, I love that. Everyone should watch that whole concert. It's so fantastic.
She seems in a good place mentally, and also like the voice is just like, has it ever sounded better?
You know, she had just been fired from Sunset Boulevard and had gone on vacation for like yeah, I know Donna Vivino. She was on Richard J. knows her. She was a Cosette back in the day.
Did you say that Cosette?
Cosette. What's that? She was on All That It's Done So Cool.
Oh my God. We talked about that Patty moment too this week.
Yeah, I forget what Maddie was all pissed about, but he had some beef about that shit. Maddie should just come on every week and do the All Beef Patty because I'll beef Maddie. He's always angry. But she had just gone on vacation for like 2 months, just like going through it, and was on like antidepressants. And I think she was finally coming out. She was tan, rested, ready for life to begin.
Yes.
Donna Vivino is your vocal coach. Well, Donna Vivino is a great singer.
Yes. Wow. Okay. Well, Patty, thank you for that gift.
We should make a GIF.
A GIF.
Just of her being like,
just put some caption at the end.
I'm sad Richard J dropped out of the conversation because he was, I think, stage manager of the revival of Oliver with Patty in 1984. And he's got some tales to tell.
He's got some PLPT.
He showed.
I wish Richard was on also because I wanted to show him my new Costa.
I mean, basically this. Oh, I love it. It reminds me of the one you made for me.
Well, I didn't make these. I bought them from the same place though.
In San Francisco.
No, it's from this.
Joke.
I didn't hear what you said.
I asked if it was in San Francisco.
It was from I think it's called Delphinium. It's in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh yeah, Delphinium.
I also got this Dolly one from them. But yeah, I was killing time before I met our friend Mucho Music for a show, my first show, that I've seen in so long. So I was shopping, and I, of course, had to get this. So as I was checking out, the gay man behind the counter struck up a conversation. He was like, "So are you excited for Barbara's new album?" And I was like, "Not so much."
Well, I'm excited because it's all stuff she recorded years ago.
Yeah, but I looked at the track list, and it's just like,
it was a little disappointing. Yeah.
A little disappointing. I mean, the Release Me one she came out with a few years back was like amazing, and it had like all the songs you want her to sing.
But it was missing some, because that Release Me stuff, someone had given me years ago.
Oh. Very
bad quality copies of many of those tracks, and other ones that weren't on Release Me. Like, am I remembering right that the like disco 80s version of Shall We Dance was not on Release Me?
Yeah, I don't think that was on there, but that should have been.
And it was, like kind of great.
Great.
Yeah.
But the one that I do revisit back time and time again is Being Good Isn't Good Enough from Hallelujah Baby. And I argue that's a top Streisand track. I mean, she is in perfect form on that song.
She's like, Julie Stein probably was thinking of me when he wrote this, and they had to because they couldn't fit all those songs in Funny Girl. I already had 14 songs. How many did they want me to sing? 15? Make Our Garden Grow, especially. Exactly, Larry.
I mean, there's a reason, and it's not a good reason.
I do wonder though. No, never mind. You're right. Yeah.
Anyway, we don't have time to.
Isn't there some story about, because there's that fabulous clip of her in the studio recording Make Our Garden Grow, where she sings that note that she holds
it for like 1,000 years.
And isn't there some story about she actually like hates the way she sounds on that song or something, or like?
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but I haven't heard that. But I think the reason that all these songs that I think are great and fine, she's just so particular and so exactly.
What the fuck, Barbara? Like, really? Like your version of like If I Loved You, or like Can't Help Loving That Man?
Well,
Pass the muster.
Barbara's taste is questionable, so you never know what's going on in that mind. But when she released the Release Me and Being Good, she, there was a little commentary on the liner notes or whatever, and it was like, being good isn't good enough. Like, I used to feel this way, but I'm loosening up a bit, but just a bit or something.
Yes. Thank you. Class act call out. Speaking of Randy Graff, and were we talking about Lonnie Price? Oh, yeah. We were complaining that he hasn't. That wasn't on air. I was complaining about how he hasn't sent us the video.
Right. Okay, well, on that note, going into our final Follies week, the podcast will be coming out hopefully soon. Caitlin Duffy Hall, do you mean?
She means better from Class Act. I'll send it to you, Caitlin.
So our final Follies week.
Unless Zach has a better one. My version is very scratchy. Sorry.
A better.
Better.
So this week, our final lady song that we're polling is Lucy and Jesse, the final Phyllis song, and the penultimate track. And and that is going off of that. I will take us into Name That Belt and explain the situation for this week.
I love you. Really sing out. You really belt a song. There are very few of us left.
So for this week, there's not, as you can imagine, there's not many versions of Lucy and Jesse floating around out there that have been, covered or recorded. So what?
You don't say.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought since we missed a week and we skipped over Could I Leave You,
Ooh.
I thought I would combine the two songs for the ultimate Phyllis Name That Belt showdown.
Yes.
So the two Phyllis songs this week, starting with Could I Leave You, and then I have a few Lucy and Jesse's tacked on at the end.
Any But Underneath this is?
No But Underneath.
Such a purist.
However, there are no repeats. So there is no Phyllis singing both. None of the same Phyllis sings both of the songs.
Fascinating.
That makes sense.
Okay. Is everybody ready? I'm putting a lot in this.
Get your clicking fingers ready.
I like But Underneath, Zach.
Okay, here we go.
Could I leave you? How could I leave you? How could I go it alone? Could I wave the years away with a quick goodbye? How do you wipe tears away when your eyes are dry? Sweetheart, lover, could I read?
Now, can I just clarify your rules? None will be the ones from the poll, right?
None are from the poll. Correct.
Okay, I just need that information. Thank you.
And none are repeated. So, yeah.
Carol Burnett. God, I forgot how much her voice had settled by that time.
Yeah, settled. Next up.
Leave you, how could I leave you? How could I go it alone? Could I wave 10 years away with a quick goodbye? How do you wipe the tears away when your eyes are dry? Sweetheart, lover,
Julia Murney?
lover,
Nope,
give
close.
up the joy.
I feel like we confused them a lot.
Emily Skinner?
Again, every day
Yes.
not to give those.
Emily Skinnier.
It's actually Emily's Thinner.
Emily Thinner. Next up, someone else who we love on the stream.
Leave you, how could I leave you? What would I do on my own? Could I pass the time away? Feels goodbye? How do you wipe tears away when your eyes are dry?
Eartha doing a great Eartha impression.
Why was she never Norma Desmond? Why?
One of the great tragedies of the theater.
Why didn't they fucking cast her as Norma Desmond?
I don't know. Maybe she turned it down.
Maybe she turned.
Maybe she Kim Cattralled it.
Leave you, how could I leave you? How could I go it alone?
He's like, I'm a great Phyllis, but I could sing Sally quite well.
Right. She's like, let me just show you a verse.
Like, leave you,
Yeah.
nobody has that.
Okay, if you like that, you're gonna
makes confess like a money note.
yeah, totally. If you like that, you're gonna love this.
Could I leave
How could I leave you?
Yeah, Julie.
How could I go it alone? Could I wave with a quick goodbye? How do you wipe tears away when your eyes are dry?
Gotta love her.
God, I love her.
Julie. Someone else you gotta love. You gotta love her. You hate her. She's a goddamn original. That's for sure.
Leave you? How could I leave you? How could I go it alone? Could I wave the years away with a quick goodbye? How do you wipe tears away when your eyes are dry? Sweetheart, lover, could I recover? Give up the joys I have known. Not to fetch your pills again every day at 5. Not to give those dinners for 10 elderly men from the UN. How could I survive?
This is a hard one. She is a
British?
She's a TV. Yes. Oh my God. Good job, Zachary.
Wow, I love her. She's not British. She sounded so British.
Yeah, I never have heard her sing, and she is good.
I grew up obsessed with her because Scott probably means Sally Kellerman and is just saying it because their names sound the same. The person to get her confused with is not Sally Kirkland, who has a similar name, but fellow TV/musical theater star, do you know who I'm going to say? Loretta Swit.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Because Loretta was in the TV series of MASH and Sally Kellerman was in the movie. But Sally Kellerman was a star to me. She's done all the musicals in all the shitty places because she was in the Rodney Dangerfield movie Back to School as the English teacher that he falls in love with, who like is reading the James Joyce and is like, and yes to his yes. And she's a star to Daniel Nolen because she is the voice of Hidden Valley Ranch.
Is she really? Oh my God, I didn't know that.
And
Her stock just went up.
I love her so much.
I love her too. Well, and Loretta Swit is another one. Did you know she has a book called, I think it's called America's Sweetheart?
Do you know that she replaced Cleo Lane on Broadway in Mystery of Edmund Drood? Actually, I think Karen Morrow replaced Cleo Lane and Loretta Swit replaced Karen Morrow, but you know.
Loretta Swit, I mean, God.
I've been angry that Karen Morrow replaced Cleo Lane when Karen Morrow could have sung Betty's part.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't she replace Betty?
Yeah.
I'm glad Donna Murphy got to play it, but I didn't need Paige O'Hara. I mean, I know Karen Morrow was like in her like mid-50s at the time, but like you really want to hear. I mean, maybe Karen Morrow's too old school. When Betty belts that like G or whatever it is, like at the writing on the wall, outside Karen Morrow's purview. But I'd love to have heard Karen Morrow sing the rest of it.
Whoa, Loretta Swit, Hot Lips Houlihan was not a popular gal. I was actually just listening to Betty's Drood this morning too.
So good.
So good. All right, thank you, Sally Kellerman. Next up.
Leave you, how could I leave you? How could I go it alone? Could I wave the years away with a quick goodbye? How do you wipe tears away when your eyes are dry? Sweetheart, lover, could I recover? Give up the joys I have known.
This is a younger up-and-coming star, recently starred in a popular film of a recent musical, directed by Ryan Murphy. Thank you.
The Prom,
Yes.
musical star, not Meryl Streep.
Not a young star. She played one of the high school kids, but
I don't know the high school kids.
I recognize her name, but I'm hoping some of our younger listeners will know her. She played Oh God, I can't even think.
Did Zach Jordan just get it?
Oh wait. Yes. Oh, thank God. Yes.
She sounds wonderful. I will say that maybe this has been said before. Maybe Kevin Daly even said it. But God, I want Laura Benanti to play Phyllis someday.
Oh, she will. She'll play Phyllis in that Kelly O'Hara Sally production.
Yeah, hopefully. But what if they fuck it up and they're just like, she's a soprano, give her Sally?
No, they wouldn't be that stupid. I hope not.
I want to see Laura's legs.
Also, Laura would never get cast as Sally over Kelly.
What if Kelly passes? No offense.
No, Kelly won't pass. Kelly, they remember that they tweeted all about that a few years back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then like everyone jumped in, wanting to do it, wanting to be a part of it. Yeah, Bart knows better. Hashtag Bart knows better. Our new segment. Okay, next up, Could I Leave You? Oh, this is gonna be a treat.
Leave you, how could I leave you? How could I go it alone? Could I wave the years away with a quick goodbye? How do you wipe tears away when your eyes are dry? Sweetheart, lover, could I give up the joys I have known? Not to fetch your pills again every day at 5. Not to give those dinners for 10 elderly men from the UN. How can I survive?
God, I love him, and I love it because his and Eartha's are so different.
No, I thought it was B. Arthur. Then I thought it was Alexandra Billings. But yes, you definitely said the correct answer. Nathan is so fabulous. I mean, he would be a great Phyllis. Everybody should listen to our podcast episode with him. He's just so brilliant and hilarious.
I love him so much. I will say Mucho Music, for the record, got it first, like I knew he would.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, Bobby Short, too. Very that.
Very that.
But, like, way more bite and, like, he has the musicality of Bobby Short, and he kind of has the vocal round tone.
Mm-hmm.
But Bobby Short is, like, sort of Ella Fitzgerald to Nathan Lee Graham's Eartha Kitt, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the final Could I Leave You?
Leave you, how could I leave you? How could I go it alone? Could I take your years away with a quick goodbye? How do you wipe tears away when your eyes are dry? Sweetheart, could I recover? Give up the joys I know.
Anne Hampton Calloway?
Yes.
Oh, Baranski?
She sounds good, huh?
Sounds so good.
Yeah, she sounds good. Far too much the clown.
Correct. God, I need to hear that whole thing.
Yeah, she's in good.
She was Phyllis in the one where Betty Buckley was Carlotta with Ruthie Henschel as Sally. Is that right?
Hold on. Let me.
Lorna Luft as Hattie.
I just closed it out. Let me see. Ooh, Lorna.
Like a London concerto.
It was Royal Albert Hall. Yep. 2015.
How is it? I mean, she sounded so bad when she did I'm Still Here, and she sounds so good in Could I Leave You?
Which, yeah, and Could I Leave You is arguably a harder song.
I mean, I guess I'm Still Here has the big bell notes at the end that are hard, and those little, like, J. Edgar Hoover parts are hard. But, like, she sounded bad the whole time, and she sounded great just now.
But also you could cheat those. Or she could mix, I don't know, like, I know in, like, The Worst Pies in London, she, like, mixes those hard notes. Yeah, it's something in there. I can't quite figure.
You know who did not mix in The Worst Pies in London?
Angela.
Well, Angela just squeaked when it got too high.
Yeah.
But somebody belted the whole thing.
Miss Patricia LP.
That's correct.
She sure did. Okay, now we're on to Lucy and Jesse. I just have a few.
It's Lucy
clad. Lucy wants to be dressy, Jessie wants to be juicy. Lucy wants to be Jessie, and Lucy, Jessie is racy and hot.
Willie Wilson?
Lucy is lacy, her doll is smart. Jessie wants to be lacy, Lucy wants to be Jessie. That's a song for Tracy, it's very messy.
Constance Powers?
Oh, sad souls, itching to be switching roads. Lucy wants to do what Jessie does.
Mike Downer?
Lucy wants to be what Lucy was.
I think Zach said it earlier, maybe on a different song. I'm going back to the receipts. Yes, Zach guessed it earlier on a different song.
Oh, Juliet Prowse?
Juliet Prowse. Good job.
You think after I said,
LA Revival.
I feel like everyone that I said should have led me to Juliet Prowse, and yet none did. Yet none has!
Well, with that said, I mean, you already said this, but here's the next one.
Lucy is juicy, but terribly fat. Jessie is dressy.
Constance Powers?
Lucy wants to be dressy. Jessie wants to be juicy. Lucy wants to be Jessie.
Mike Downer?
Jessie is racy, but hard to rock. Lucy.
I mean, it just sounds like Will Truman's mom.
It does.
And the final one can't go by without acknowledging.
Lucy is juicy, but terribly dry. Jessie is dressy, but cold as a slag.
Alice Murphy.
Wants to be dressy. Jessie wants to be juicy. Lucy wants to be Jessie. Jessie is racy, but hard as a rock. Lucy is lazy, but dull as a smart. Jessie wants to be lazy. Lucy wants to be Jessie. That's a song of Gracie. It's very messy.
I mean, just looking like 1,000,000.
Donna must have been offered that, or were they just like they didn't want anybody that had done it before? Oh, wow.
Holy shit. I mean, she could, well, maybe she's old for it now, but she could definitely get in on that now.
She could do it on stage. I mean, that production wasn't good enough for Jean Smart. And
Yeah.
Jan Maxwell was so wonderful. But God, I gotta say, Donna Murphy, I think I've even done it as a appreciate. That Lucy and Jessie at the City Center Encores.
Mm-hmm.
I never enjoyed dance as much as Donna's dance.
Donza, Donna Murphy. Wait, maybe, do you think it was Bernadette didn't want another big star in the thing?
No, I feel like Bernadette is smarter than that and wants anyone that will help sell tickets, of which she was probably getting a percentage.
Yeah.
No, I feel like, I guess, I mean, Jan Maxwell was a Broadway star. I bet they couldn't afford Jean Smart. No, but Jean Smart wouldn't need the money. I don't know. Yeah, me too, Zachary Jordan. I was
saying that about Donna, not Jean Smart. I mean, do you think Bernadette didn't want Donna?
Oh, no, I don't think Bernadette would have kiboshed Donna. I wonder if they chose Jan or if they didn't want someone that had already done it. Or was it the same year Donna was doing that other show at the Roundabout? You know, with like the Jews.
Wait.
The People in the Picture. That's what it's called. The People in the Picture. I feel like that might have been the same season.
Interesting.
Donna would have been like, if you can just wait for me, this show, my contract in the show is a year, and they were probably like, stretch it.
Yeah. Nope. Although I have the Jean Smart thing is so exciting to me. However, I have looked up clips of her singing, and I remember being underwhelmed.
Yeah, same. She was the drunk character in what do you call it? Promises when they did it in LA, like Jason Alexander. And then she's a Phyllis, so they had to get an even more Phyllis. Yes, well, Sigourney Weaver would be fabulous Phyllis. And I think Jean did a concert version of Company somewhere. Am I making that up?
Ooh, I don't know, but her as Joanne in those Deborah clothes.
Oh God, yeah. You know, I always think she did that, but then when the productions I come up with are the Kennedy Center Sondheim thing, which I think was Judith Light or Lynn Redgrave, or the LA Reprise concert, which was Lynn Redgrave or Judith Light. So they can't all three have done those two productions.
Right, right.
Judith Light, okay, Judy. So that means Lynn Redgrave was the Kennedy Center. So did Jean Smart do it somewhere, or am I just hallucinating?
I don't know. Jean, you're listening.
What if she's like, it's pronounced Jean?
Jean Smart, as in Jean Valjean. Okay, let's. We have a couple minutes left, so let's do a quick.
Donna.
Donna Liz Donna.
I don't know if we've even played that with the peoples.
No, we have to have a bigger time slot to explain it in, though.
Ah, yes.
All right, people. Give us 3 performers, and we will categorize them: Dolly Levi, concert, and To Kill.
And, don't feel scared to kill somebody because everybody dies.
Everybody dies. It's part of life.
Part of the lyric of Ladies Who Lunch. Burnett, Carol Kane, Carol Brady, you or me?
I'll do this one.
All right.
Carol Kane, Carol Brady, Carol Burnett. I mean, Carol Burnett, Carol Kane, I just love Carol's voice so much. I would like to see her in a Joe's Pub concert.
Peak career.
Carol Kane I love, but hell, give me Carol Brady as Dolly, and give me like one of the sons, like Greg Brady and what's the other ones? Peter Brady as
yes,
Barnaby. Give me Marcia as what's her face, and Jan as Minnie Faye.
Yes.
Oh
my God, Alice as Ernestina Money. Wait.
Give me Alice as Horace.
Yeah. I'm also obsessed with you know how Florence Henderson, especially in her Carol Brady years, would do those really awkward transitions to head voice.
Yes.
I just would love to hear where she would do that.
I know, me too as well. Here's yours. This is a good one.
This is a great one, Zach.
TV ladies.
Great one. Okay. Of these 3, my God, I mean, it's hard to even choose, but I guess I have to go with, they would all be great as Dolly. I have to say for Dolly, it's between Baranski and Light because, Baranski is just so musical comedy and pushy and eccentric, but Judith Light is so Jewish.
Yeah.
But I think, and then it's like, who do I want to see in concert? I guess I'm so sorry to do this to you, Judith Light, because I love Judith Light so damn much.
Love her.
I'm going to have to take Baranski, Dolly, Jean Smart in an Elaine Stritch at Liberty type production, and which is really such a cop-out in this game, but I will choose it. And Judith Light can go toward the light.
Move toward the light, Judy. I always think of Judith Light because did you know she's so weird. She does this thing apparently where when she travels, she wears all of her clothes on the plane so she doesn't have to pack as much.
Girl, I heard her say that in an interview years ago and have been following that. When I travel, especially to like a climate that varies like San Francisco or something, I don't take a warm jacket. What I wear is like a t-shirt and a long sleeve t-shirt and a button down and a sweater and a hoodie and a blazer and a windbreaker. And I layer the shit on the airplane. By the way, they will all be navy blue.
They'll all be navy blue, and it's good because planes are very cold.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're out of time, everyone. Thank you for listening. We love you so much, and make sure you vote in our final Follies poll of the whole thing, really, Lucy and Jesse.
And by the way, Daniel and I have not talked at all about what the next, or indeed if there will be a next Roses and Daffodils. So I don't know if he's got any opinions in his mind. I don't have an opinion of what I want to do, but I do have one that somehow feels inevitable. And I'm really curious if anybody else has thoughts. Feel free to chime in on the socials.
I do have an idea that I haven't told anyone except some friend I saw at Club Coming a few weeks ago because they were asking, and I was like, well, here's the only thoughts I have. But it's not a musical.
Oh.
Let you roll that around.
Zachary Jordan, you read my.
Yeah, I've been doing the research on that as well, and I don't know if there's enough. Is my only thing. Anyway, love you guys. Live, laugh, love.
Autumn, winter, next year. Some
Time heals everything. It's a song. Time heals everything.